Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Happy Saturday. Are y'all having a good Saturday? I am having a fantastic Saturday. I literally just got back from the pool like 15 minutes ago. I'm very, very relaxed. I feel very calm, very peaceful, and very relaxed today, which is great. I feel really, really good today. Last night, my anxiety, I literally last night felt like I was coming out of my skin. I don't even know like where it came from, how to explain it. But last night, I felt like I was, like, the majority of the night, I could not, I don't know what it was. I literally just, like, I kept on looking at my hand. My hand was just, like, still like this, and it felt like it was shaking like that. I could not, like, I just felt like I was coming out of my skin yesterday. So today, well, last night, I was really worried that today, it was going to be like that all day long. And I woke up today, and I felt fantastic, and just had such a great day with Alex and the pups, and went to the pool. The pups are hanging inside with Alex right now. He just made some pizza rolls, and he's watching. So the vampire show, though I thought it was a vampire show that Alex is watching, is called Sandman. I think it's the second season. I told him, I said, I think I have, oh my God, it's the Villages guy going up to the pool on his bike with the huge flags up the back. There's 2 flags now, not just one. I haven't seen him the entire summer. Oh my God, that's crazy. I've seen his wife, but I haven't seen him. Anyway, he must be going down the pool. But, yeah, Alex he's watching Sandman. I told Alex, I said, I think I have the book. Because I think years ago, Neil Gaiman is the writer. And he wrote, like, the Graveyard book, and I think Neil Gaiman wrote American Gods, too. A couple people recommended him to me a couple years ago, and I got a bunch of his books. He's very science fiction-y and stuff like that. But people were like, I think you would really love his books and whatever, and I bought a couple of his books. I think he wrote Coraline, actually. And did I read Coraline? It was like a box set, and I got like 5 of his books together, and then did he write American Gods? They turned into the TV show? Anyway, Alex is watching, American Gods book. Let's look it up and see. Could I possibly have gotten this right? Gods book. Is it by Neil Gaiman? It is by Neil Gaiman. So he's watching Sandman. I think like several years ago, I can't remember where I was. I mean, this would have been like 5 or 6 years ago now. I feel like I was in Cafe Patio. I probably even talked about this on a vlog, and there was like a guy in there reading a book. And I was like, what is he? I'm always like, when people are reading, and like, I love when people go to restaurants by themselves. I used to do this quite a bit. It was kind of like me getting used to like being places by myself. This is years ago. But I would go to restaurants by myself and just take a book or whatever, you know, and just read and like eat. So when I see people like in a restaurant reading a book, I love that so much. But I always try to see what book they're reading. And I think that I would have to look inside, and maybe it was, did Neil Gaiman write, let's look up Neil Gaiman books. I'm probably mispronouncing his name too. What book's he, maybe it's called Stardust? Hold on a second. He wrote Coraline. Good Omens, I think I have that one. American Gods. The Graveyard book, he did write that one. The Ocean at the End of the World. He did write The Sandman. Okay. For some reason, why am I thinking, is Neil Gaiman gay? Why do I think that? I know he's not gay. Who's the writer that's like him? I can't think of who that is. Anyway, years ago somebody told me that I would really like his books. So I bought several of them, and I don't think I've ever read them. I think I might have American Gods, actually, on Audible. But anyway, today has been a fantastic day. Like I said last night, I was really, really worried that I was going to wake up today and just be filled with anxiety, and I wasn't. And actually, like, because I told Alex last night how I was feeling, so when I woke up today, he, like, reached over and he, like, grabbed my arm, and he was like, how are you feeling, babe? And I was like, I'm actually feeling pretty good. I mean, every day that I wake up, there's a little bit of anxiety, but today it was very minimal. I have, to be honest with you, and physically, I have felt great all day long today. Last night, my stomach was hurting, and the anxiety, I am starting to think that the stomach stuff the last couple days has been related to the anxiety. So, I don't know. I've got this primary care physician appointment coming up, and I'm going to talk to him about the anxiety with what my therapist and I have been talking about. But anyway, but today is a good day, so I don't want to belabor the point of talking about what yesterday was like. Well, I will talk about what yesterday, but I don't want to focus on all the negative of yesterday, because today has just been such a great day. It's been such a great day. Got up today, took the pups outside, and then brought them inside, and they had their lunch. They are doing so good with, I need to show these on here at some point, but, so I had the licking mat thing that was Boo Radley's, and so that was for Walter originally, because he was eating so much faster than Otis. But then I got online and I bought, like, I don't actually, the second ones haven't come yet. Well, I just got a box when I came back from the pool, so maybe that's the second ones. But they almost kind of look like puzzle pieces. And then you put the food in there and it kind of separates it. So they're like slow feeding bowls for dogs. And it has really, really helped with both, like, with both Walter and Otis. Well, Otis didn't really eat that fast anyway. Walter was the one that just, like, totally, like, snarfed it down. But it's really helped with both of them. So they eat, and then I took them outside, and then, oh my Lord! Is that Steve? Steve! That almost kind of looks like a new squirrel out there. It's not Shirley. It's like, the squirrel's like a dark brown. I would show you guys, but it's like laying down so like flat in the grass. It's just like laying there eating. I put some peanuts out there earlier, so that's probably out there getting the peanuts. He's just like laying in the grass like this. Anyway, we did some leash training today. It's getting a little bit better each day. It's really funny because, so, you know, like, somebody said I posted some pictures, was it yesterday? I posted pictures on my Instagram. So for those of you that do not follow my Instagram, let me show you guys these pictures. I have lots of things I need to refer to on my hold on a second. So, when the window, that's what I forgot. I vlogged really early yesterday, and then the window guy came to check the window. So when the window guy came, we had like put the beds up on the couch so that he could get in front of the window. So then I was sitting on the couch while Alex was watching, I can't remember what he was watching TV. I got a little bit of sun today. I wasn't even up there that long. I was only up there for like 45 minutes. Anyway, so I brought Walter and Otis up on the couch. Every time I say their name, I want to go to Boo and Tucker. Like, it's so hard not to say their names. But anyway, so they were like playing in the beds. And then I was sitting there. I was like on my phone. They were sitting next to me, and Alex goes, he was like, Peter, look. And they were both, so I don't know if you can see it, but they sleep like right on top of each other every night. Can you see how sweet they are? Look at little Walter's eyes behind Otis. So what's funny about it is that, so when I posted it, somebody sent me a message, I think, and said, maybe they commented on the video, I don't know, but they said something like they're growing like weeds. And I'm like, am I just not, I mean, today is like 2 weeks since we got them. I'm like, am I just not noticing that they're growing? But they don't really, to me, look like they've grown a whole lot. Maybe Otis does a little bit, and maybe Walter, I don't know, but they don't really look like they've grown a whole lot. So I don't know. Like, I don't think they really have. But anyway, the funny thing about it is, I think because Walter's bigger, I would think that, like, I don't know why, like, just in my head, like, because he's bigger, it seems like I think he's older, which he's not, you know, they're the same age, but that he would, like, get things faster. But, like, Walter is definitely the rowdier of the two. I mean, definitely the rowdier of the two. And kind of the one that's always just kind of, like, sits down and gets, like, real frustrated. Like, I don't get this. Like, Otis is getting the leash training really quick. Otis is like, I bring him outside, he like poops real quick. I've gone already, like in the last 3 days, I've gone through like an entire roll of like the poop bags. So he comes outside and he poops and pees really quick. Walter, like, there's only certain places that he will go that he likes to poop. Hey, how are you? Good. There's only certain places that Walter will go. Otis kind of like, and so to walk them both, they kind of go in different directions if they're like pooping, but today, when I took them out after they ate, they both like, hey, how are you? Girl, I haven't seen you in so long.
I know. I'm going to take a nap before I have to go do anything.
Okay. If you want to go, if you come home early enough and you want to go back to the pool, let me know.
Okay.
It was fun going up there.
I know, it's good.
Girl, you're looking good.
I'm trying.
Look at you in that hot suit.
I'm trying my best.
Laura's just coming back from the pool right now. So Laura's grandma is in the process of moving, obviously, because that's why I went to the going away party. And so she stopped at her grandma's house on the way back. But anyway, and then she's got this concert thing that like her friend organizes here. And so she's got a shift from 7 to 10 to do like ticket sales. I asked Alex, I said, he is so into the show and then he wants to watch, he's got like 3 shows in his queue. I said, do you want to watch a movie tonight? He's like, we can if you want to, because the new Jurassic Park came out and you can rent it online. I really want to see Weapons. And so we were actually talking about maybe going to the movie theater and seeing Weapons. It's a new horror movie that just came out. My hand is itching. What does that mean? One hand means like you're going to travel, and one hand means you're going to get money. I hope it's the money one. I hope it's the money one after the estimate on the door yesterday. I'll just say that. What Caroline told me she thought a 3-panel sliding glass door would cost, and what they quoted us, I was like, damn. Anyway, so, oh, thank God that didn't fall. Okay. So anyway, Caroline's like, oh, yeah, I work with this window guy, blah, 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 whatever. So we're going to get a... So anyway, the window guy came out yesterday, and we're going to get a second estimate on that. But what was I saying about... Oh, so I asked Alex, I said, did you want to watch a movie tonight? He's like, we can watch a movie tonight if you want to. He's like, but I've got all these shows I want to watch. So I'm like, that's totally fine, because there's like shows that I want to watch too and stuff like that. So we'll probably just like, I'll watch my iPad and he'll like have the TV on upstairs and we'll... So that's sometimes like the coziest that I feel. Last night, I don't even know where to get started. Oh, so Laura tonight is doing, her friend does this concert every year here in town. It's like several local artists. And so she's doing ticket sales from 7 to 10 as her shift. And then I said, are you staying afterwards? She's like, no, I'm coming straight home. So I was like, if you want to go to the pool, but I said it'll probably be late by then. She's like, yeah. So my goal, I've gotten back into the reading, okay? Schedule is getting back to normal. Filming videos. Today I actually filmed, I filmed 2 videos today. On a Saturday, can you believe it? So, back to filming videos. Coming back on Monday, I'm going to be, like, filming videos every day. Like, I'm back to the schedule and all that kind of stuff. So, starting on either tomorrow night or Monday, I'm getting back into the walking every night. Like, that is my goal for this week, is to get heavy back into the walking. Like, I have to. Like, I miss it. I also think, like I was thinking last night about the anxiety. The walking or any exercise helps the anxiety so much. I think it does. I could be wrong about that, but I think it does. That I almost wonder if, you know, like, getting the dogs, I'm so, like, constantly, like, hyper-focused on if they're okay and blah, 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 whatever. Like, whenever I come out here to vlog, like, I'll ask Alex, I'll be like, were they fine? And he's like, yeah, they literally just laid in their bed the whole time. Like, just came over here. Like, I went inside the other day, and they were, like, laying, he was like, they just laid next to me the whole time while you were out there vlogging. And I was like, okay. But a lot of it, like my being hyper concerned about how they're doing and whatever, and they're fantastic. They're adjusting so well, and I mean, they like play real hard for like 2 hours, and then they sleep real hard for like 2 to 3 hours. I mean, they're real easy. I mean, other than like the training and stuff, but even like the potty training and whatever, they're doing very well at that. They just don't love the leash training, but they're real small. This is what I was gonna say about that. So anyway, with that, so I can finish one thought. The feeling that I have reminds me a lot of when Boo Radley was sick at the end, and I was that last month to 6 weeks, and I was really worried about him. I feel like that in my head. Like, I'm constantly, like, if I'm doing laundry, I'm like, are they okay? Like, if I'm doing this, I'm like, are they okay? So I'm, like, hyper-focused on just being worried about them all the time. Which I'm sure will go away, you know, after, you know, a couple weeks or whatever. But that's kind of, like, where I'm at right now. So it's actually even gone down just in the last couple days. I don't know why last night the anxiety was so bad. I really have no idea, but it was bad last night. But this is what I was going to say about earlier. Because Otis is so small, you would think that he'd be like, it's harder for him to catch on to things quicker. But at first it was like Walter of the leash training did okay. But now Walter, he just like sits down. Otis will actually like walk on the leash and stuff like that. And I've like read all the articles and I'm trying to like do it how people suggest and all that kind of stuff. Otis, like, he gets it. Like, I don't think that Walter gets it. I don't think that Walter gets the leash training thing with the harness and all that. I don't think he gets it. Oh, somebody suggested something yesterday. I want to say thank you. This really helped. This helped today. To, like, when you're putting the harness on them, to give them, like, a soft treat. Because, like, that will, like, then they'll associate it with something good. Thank you. That really helped today. That made it a lot easier. I don't know that we'll remember. I will remember it. I don't know if they'll remember it, but it helped. So thank you for that suggestion. But anyway, you know, it's interesting because, like, doing anything with 2 dogs makes, like, getting harnesses on, like, when you're putting the harness on one dog, the other dog the whole time is, like, wanting to play. Like, what's going on, you know? So that part is more difficult. Like, okay, the putting down the food bowls, because they don't yet know, like, so Otis, I feed, like, right in front of the oven. I put down his, like, water bowl and his food bowl. And then Walter, I put where, like, Pee-Pee used to eat, which is, like, right in front of the chair in the kitchen. So one's here and one's here, right? And so, like, as soon as I put down their food bowls, I have to put them down like this and then go over and get the water bowls. I have these mats that I put them in, but they're so floppy that if I carry them over, the water spills everywhere. So anyway, but, like, they're both jumping up the whole time as I'm, like, carrying the food bowls over, you know? So, like, that stuff is a little bit more difficult with 2 dogs. But other than that, like, I can't compare it to having Boo and Tucker because we had Pee-Pee. And Pee-Pee really... Oh my gosh, the tripod fell. Already! I'm only, like, 15 minutes into the vlog. But anyway, I can't compare it to, like, with, like, Tucker and Boo because Pee-Pee was already there. And so, like, they did a lot of what... Like, they just kind of followed Pee-Pee, right? And Pee-Pee was also the alpha dog. So, like, they wouldn't... Like, if, like, they came around Pee-Pee's food, like, and Pee-Pee was like, you know what I mean? Like, they would go away. Like, they knew. But this is, like, starting from scratch. And so, but I will say this. Like, there's, like, 2 or 3 things that I think, because they, you know, they're playful. They're puppies. They jump up and all that kind of stuff when there's 2 of them. But other than that, like, they play together. They sleep together. I don't know. It just, it feels a lot easier. I don't know. And I also worry about, you know, like, them getting bored and whatever. Who texted me? Nikki texted me. Oh, the first thing she said, tell the vlog I said hi. She also bought a brand new rug, area rug. Huge area rug for her living room. She just wanted to let y'all know that. No, she didn't say that. She literally did say, though, that tell the vlog I said hi. But anyway, okay, so what's funny about it is, like, Otis catches on to stuff a lot quicker than Walter does. At first I felt it was, like, the other way around, but it's not. Otis catches on a lot quicker to things. Hey, how are you? Hi, Tiger. But Otis catches on to things a lot quicker, which is funny because Otis is so small, you know what I mean? And Walter is definitely more, like, Otis is more of kind of like his own person. It's interesting, like, which dog goes to which person, too. Like, Otis definitely, like, kind of gravitates more to Alex, and Walter gravitates towards me. Although when I was laying in bed today, they were both, like, laying on me and stuff like that. But, so, got it. Okay, so today, took them outside, got them to eat, or brought them inside. They had their lunch, took them outside again. They did their potties. Then we did the leash training and stuff like that. Then we were inside, and they were running around, so we went upstairs with Alex, and he was just, like, looking at TikToks and stuff like that. And so, he was like, didn't you say you needed to run some places? And I was like, yeah, but we can do that tomorrow. We can do it today, whatever. And he was like, well, we can go today if you want to get out of the house for a little bit. I'll be honest with you, I was kind of very thankful to get out of the house for a little bit. I mean, I don't leave the house that much. That, to be, in all honesty, here I have my fountain pop from the gas station. It's almost empty because I filmed 2 videos with it, took it to the pool, and now there's just the very bottom of it. Diet Dr. Pepper. But just even, did I share this last week when Alex and I ran errands last weekend? I don't know if I did, but I stopped and got a fountain pop that day too. Just to go to the gas station. Like, I mean, I don't really ever go to the gas station unless it's, I mean, with Caroline, I don't usually ever go because we get coffee. So with Tanya, and sometimes with Alex, but really only with Tanya. So it's even weird just to go to the gas station because I hardly ever go to the gas station. But just to get out, like, today we had the windows down, Alex was blasting the music. It just was so nice just to be out. Like, I just don't leave that much, that when I do get out, even if it's just to run to Trader Joe's and the post office and just driving around outside and stuff like that. Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I feel like I have seen you too much in the last couple days.
Well, that's okay. Isn't it?
It's perfectly okay. It's kind of hot tonight, don't you think? It is very hot.
How the kids doing?
They're doing real good.
Are they good?
Yeah.
Listen to the lifestyle?
They are very, yes. Everybody that stops by here asks how they're doing and stuff like that. So there's 2 of my neighbors that have these big standard poodles. And so everybody that walks by, they're like, can our dog meet, like, Otis and Walter? And I'm like, yeah. And so, like, bring them out on the leashes and introduce them. It's really funny because I thought like Otis and Walter would, I mean, they were around a lot of dogs. Like, you know, there was like 7 other dogs in that home. So I don't know if they're kind of used to it with that, but they are not bothered by dogs at all. And they're not like Boo would like run around dogs and always, PP always thought he was like the biggest dog even though he was so small. They don't act that way. They're very like, just kind of like real friendly with the other dogs. I mean, most of the other dogs almost all the other dogs I've met have been like bigger. And they get along really well with all the dogs and all the people and stuff like that. But everybody, the neighbors have been so fantastic. So anyway, so Alex and I got dressed and we ran out and went to the gas station. I got a fountain pop. And then where did we go after that? Oh, we went to Trader Joe's, which I did a haul of my Trader Joe's stuff on my Peter Does Stuff channel. So I got stuff for the next couple days, but I know I'll just end up eating half a salad and a sandwich for dinner tonight, but I'm really like wanting to order something again. I don't know what though. That's the problem. Somebody asked me not to talk about food. They're like, can you please talk about food? Like, stop talking about food on your video. I'm sorry. Like, listen, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I talk about what I talk about over here. Because somebody was like, can you please not talk about food? I'm trying to eat healthy. I'm trying to eat healthy too, but I'm hungry for food, okay? Every show I watch has food in it. I'll tell you what's been so hard for me since I've been like, is I will watch these detective shows. And if you watch these detective shows, you know what I'm talking about. These detectives, these police officers, these detective shows, they always eat like crap. Oh my God, you know what sounds so good as an Impossible Burger? I might have to get an Impossible Burger tonight. I haven't had one forever. I was thinking like Cheesecake Factory, but then I don't need cheesecake. And then I mean, do I want it? I want it, but I don't need it. But I was like, but I could get it from Burger King and get the Impossible Burger. Oh, the Impossible Whopper. Oh, and mozzarella sticks. Anyway, so whenever I watch those detective shows, they always like at 3 o'clock in the morning, they'll be like, should we get something to eat? And they eat these gigantic cheeseburgers and fries. They're just so greasy down. And I'm like, oh my God, that looks so good. But anyway, I don't know. I always say I want to order something that I don't. The other night I did get poutine, so I still have pizza in there. And I got some snacks and stuff today at Trader Joe's. But we went to Trader Joe's. They don't have the Espresso Tonic coffee. I want this coffee so bad. I wonder if you can buy other brands online. Espresso. I mean, if Trader Joe's has it, you would think somebody else had made it that you could buy it. Shopping. Espresso Tonic. The perfect Espresso Tonic. No. No. Oh, wait. Nescafe has Nescafe. Oh, it's in Britain. I mean, there's Espresso Martini Mix. That's not it. I can't believe that Trader Joe's is the only one that has come out with this. And I know it's for real. Here, Trader Joe's, it pulls up. Yeah, here it is. Sparkling orange flavored Espresso Tonic. Doesn't that sound so good? What does it contain in it? It's not alcohol, is it? Maybe that's why I can't find it there. A fantastically balanced beverage that's only further enhanced via the addition of something sweet and citrusy like orange juice. $3.99. I don't know. It came out... Here, somebody did a review of it. Pros, it smells like fresh orange zest and coffee, heavy on the orange. Cons, it's not quite tonic-y enough to really be an espresso tonic. Well, they don't even have it at mine. But anyway, so we went to Trader Joe's, got a bunch of stuff. Then we went to the post office. Then we went to Costco because I had to get some like essentials at Costco. We went somewhere else. Anyway, then we came home. Then this guy literally just left. These are the construction workers next door. They literally just, I mean, they work all day, every day. I do not envy their job. But he literally just left like 3 minutes ago, and now he's back. What was I gonna say? So then we came back, got the dogs out, did all that, filmed 2 videos. I filmed a haul, and I filmed a review video. Oh, and then Laura, on the way back, she was texting me. And she was like, oh, so Laura and I yesterday were going to go to the pool. Well, I'll get to yesterday in just a second. So she texted me today, want to go to the pool? I said, yeah, we're on our way back from Costco when I get home. I'm going to get the dog settled, and then I'm going to make a quick video, and then I can go up there. She said, okay, text me. And I said, it'll be quick. But then it ended up being, because we got back here, I don't even know what time it was, like 2. And then she ended up not being able to go up there for a while. She had to run somewhere, and then she was taking care of her dog, and then I was taking care of the dogs, and I was putting up the 2 videos. So we ended up going up there about 3:45. I think that's what time. What time did I tell her? I said, okay, I'm going to head up there now. What time was that? That was at 3:45. Yeah. So went up there about 3:45, stayed up there about till like 4:30, and then I came back. So that was today, and then tonight, well, there's a bunch of shows I want to watch tonight. So I don't know. Like, okay, so last night, I feel like I'm getting this all out of order. I'm a little hot. It's not as hot like it was yesterday when I filmed. Like, did I film? I filmed outside yesterday. Oh, I guess it is. It's 90 degrees. It says full sunshine. It was not full sunshine today at all. It was very cloudy. Because I asked Alex earlier. I said, if we go up to the pool, do you want to go up to the pool? Because we're going to go earlier. And I wasn't going to run errands. And he was like, no, I don't really feel like going to the pool today. It's like, it's not that sunny outside. It wasn't that sunny. I mean, off and on for like 10 or 15 minutes at a time. And I know that you get more sun, like, within it's cloudy and stuff like that, supposedly. But my husband doesn't like to lay out when it's like cloudy outside. Tomorrow it's supposed to be 91, mostly sunny skies. Monday, intervals of clouds and sunshine. Monday I have a hair appointment. Tuesday, mostly sunny in the morning with isolated thunderstorms developing later in the day, which means that night Tanya and I will not be going to a meeting. Do you love the Weather Channel app? I just got that. No, I don't want to send feedback. Okay. And then Wednesday, 87. Supposed to be pretty nice next week, except for the one day. The one day it's supposed to rain is the day that Tanya, she doesn't like to drive in the rain. So we won't be going to a meeting on Tuesday night, probably. Anyway, the table is wobbling. Somebody yesterday said on my video, they said, the comment, they said, it's somebody that's commented quite a bit on my channel. I mean, to be honest with you, when I read it, I just started laughing. Hold on a second. Because, I mean, it's 100% true. There's nothing I can argue about with this comment. What'd they say? I know who it is. Like H. Bob or something like that. Where's the comment? I just read it. I was like, well, I mean, you can't argue with that. O'Kara said, I said, brr, it's cold in here. There must be some toros in the atmosphere. Are my neighbors back home? My neighbors went to Nashville. I think they're back home. They just came home. Because I had to put their I had to put their trash up for them the other day. Bobby said, you have pretty legs. Oh, I have pretty legs. These old things. Well, thank you for saying I have pretty ham hocks. She said, I love you, Peter and Alex and Walter and Otis. Hope you have fun. Aw, thank you so much. Where was the comment? Why? I hope to God they didn't. Oh my God. So I was talking about the place that we stayed, my ex and I stayed in Biloxi, Mississippi yesterday. And Brandon said Beau Rivage. It was totally I mean, I read that. I was like, how do they know it's the Beau Rivage? That is does it still exist? That's exactly where we stayed. I remember they had like this artwork installation, like work in there, the glass work that kind of looked like the Bellagio. For some reason, I feel like the Beau Rivage has something to do with the Bellagio, but I could be wrong about that. Here it is. For the love of God. Now, this is not meant to be super serious. There's a lot of laughing emojis in here, okay? Put that new table together, Peter. Stop procrastinating. I thought I was bad at procrastinating, but you, ... laughing. Baby, listen, okay? I am either, like, so on it. The thing is so funny about it is, I was just telling Laura about this. I said, girl, time management is not your strength. And she said, I know. Because, so, like, yesterday, we were supposed to go to the pool, right? And so I told her, I said, well, I'm going to go to the pool, like, right after, like, the window guy is gone. And she said, okay, I'll go up there with you. So then after the window guy left, I said, okay, I'm getting ready to go to the pool, because Alex is going to watch the dogs and whatever if you want to go up to the pool for a little bit. She's like, okay, cool. So then I went and I got my swimsuit on and whatever, and then I texted her and I said, are you ready to go to the pool? I didn't hear from her. So I'm like, oh, she's probably on the phone or something. So, like, 15 minutes later, I was like, hey, I think I'm going to head up there. Didn't hear from her. So I went up to the pool by myself. I was up there for probably a good, I don't know, half an hour by the pool by myself. So last night, this is at like 3 o'clock, okay? So like last night at 8:30, she texts me and she goes, I'm getting ready to go up to the pool. And I go, oh girl, I went at 3. She's like, well, I fell asleep. I said, for 5 hours? She said, no, I've done a lot of other things. She was like, LOL, I've done a lot of other things. She's like, I'm so sorry I didn't text you back. She's like, I really wanted to go. She's like, but then I had to like run and help my grandma and I had to do this and I had to do that. I said, girl, it's totally fine. So anyway, the funny thing is, I actually am somebody that is really, really productive every day. Like, I know it's hard to believe, but I really am. Like, I do get a lot of stuff done in a day, but then there's stuff that I need to do, like this table and like calling the fireplace. I mean, it's been like 8 years now with the fireplace, right? I said Friday or Monday, so Monday I am calling the fireplace place. But anyway, this table... You know, I have another table in my basement too, this mosaic table that I could like, that was from my office that I could put up here. Like, I have 2 tables. I have another table that I have down in my basement forever that I wouldn't have to even put out together the new table. But the thing is, I want to put... Why even say it anymore? Why even say it? I want to put the new table together. Well, I don't want to put the new table together. That's what it really boils down to. I don't want to put it together at all. I don't want to do that at all. My neighbor's across the street listening to me right now. She waters her plants. She's just looking at her plants like this. But I do want to put this white one over there so I can put Fernalicious on it, who's just sitting on the, the cement block, but it'll be fine. How are those plants doing? You looking at them over there?
Looks like they need some water.
You better get to watering then.
I know.
We need to do our tour. You keep on saying that, and then it gets too hot.
Well, you missed the great opportunity that one time I wanted to do it.
I missed the great opportunity that one time you wanted to do it.
Go out.
That one time. Aren't you so hot?
Yeah, that's why I'm not staying out here. Aren't you?
You are, I just got back from the pool. You are so sassy.
You're the one that's sassy.
You're the sassmeister. I just went to the pool. Laura and I went up to the pool.
Good. Was it crowded?
No, there was like a couple people. I didn't know them. There was like one couple up there. I didn't know them. And then there were some people up there with their grandkids, but their grandkids were in high school.
So hopefully they weren't peeing in the water.
They were not peeing in the water. I hope not. Because you know what's worse than kids pee in the pool?
What?
Old people's pee in the pool.
Yeah,
Well, stay inside where it's cool.
Did you find any Tootsie Rolls?
Why would I find Tootsie Rolls?
Well, if old people are in the pool, you never know.
That is so gross. No, I didn't find any Tootsie Rolls in the pool. She goes, if old people are involved, you never know what you're going to find in the pool. She meant like turds, like poop turds. Anyway, where was I at? I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh, Laura and I, yesterday, the pool situation. So, okay, so yesterday when I got done vlogging, where am I at on? I don't even know, because the tripod fell. I don't even know how long I vlogged the first time or where I'm at. It doesn't matter. And I didn't do like a time and temperature. I did a temperature check because it said it was what, 90? It's 5:15 right now, so I don't know what time it was when I started. But, what was I going to say? Okay, so yesterday when I got done vlogging, it was like right before 2 o'clock, and the guy was, did I just say 2 o'clock? It was right before 2 o'clock. Listen, I'm 53 if I want to say it. It's not dirty, it's just a slip of the tongue. But it was right before 2 o'clock, and I went inside, and I like started uploading the vlog, and to render it, and like the guy came like, he was like, I said, because the cameras went off, and I said, Alex, somebody's at the door. And so I went to the door, and it was literally like 2:04, and he was like, when he came in, he was like, I'm so sorry I'm late. I was like, he's not late at all. But anyway, he looked inside, looked outside, would walk all the way around because the doors won't open. Really nice guy. So we had gotten like 2 names for people. Like Alex had found one of them, and then my cousin Caroline had given me the name of another guy. So we've got that estimate we're going to do as well. He was super, super nice, and like they could come out here. It would take like 4 to 6 weeks to order it, and then he said it would take like 3/4 of a day to like take the old one out and install the new one. And it was like everything about this door was like it's basically just a very plain 3-panel door that just opens one. It's exactly what we have now, but just brand new, but they have to like, you know, cut around it and replace it. It would only take like part of a day to do, which that part's fantastic. So we'd be looking at like the second week of September, they would come out here and do it. But the price was, it was like close to $12,000. I was like, when Caroline, and she does this every day because she's a realtor, you know, and when she talked to me about it, what Caroline told me, and I said to this guy yesterday, I said, like, you know, like, I don't want to overstep, like, this isn't my area, but my cousin's a realtor. She has, like, you know, she works with a lot of people. I think Caroline said you're probably looking at between, like, $4 and $6 for a door. I don't know what labor will be on top of that. That even sounded expensive to me. And he said, well, you can go to Lowe's and you can get a door. You can get a door for $600, you can get a door for $3,000. He goes with the installation and the kind of door and blah, 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 and the warranty on it. And I do understand all that kind of stuff. And so I don't know, we're just going to get another estimate on it and see. He was willing to come down with the price a little bit. Like when we started talking to him and stuff like that, he was like willing to come down on the price a little bit. So, I mean, it wasn't exactly, it was like, I think it was like 11.6 or something like, oh my God. But anyway, so after that, like Alex and I talked about it a little bit and we're like, okay. So we're like, well, let's see what the second, like, estimate says, and then we'll kind of, like, you know, figure it out from there or whatever. And the second estimate is the guy that, like, Caroline works with every day, and she really trusts this guy. This guy was super, super nice, too. And, like, beer company and stuff like that. But he was really, really nice. We just weren't expecting to have to get a $12,000 door. You know what I mean? Like, and that's something that we're going to have. But he did, like, look around and everything, and he was like, he was like, the rotting is just around the door. He was like, so the reason we have to get it is because when they power washed it, this is why it's not their responsibility, because it's part of our, like, building. If it was something that they had done or was completely on the outside, but the door is considered part of the inside. It's like if we had to replace that door. When they power washed around it, it, like, took a lot. The patio door is, first of all, it's inside out, okay? Like, when they put it in correctly. And the condo was built in, like, the mid-'80s. And so we need a new patio door anyway. That's just beside the point. But we just weren't expecting to pay $12,000 for one. So, I mean, I know stuff like that's expensive. And I know somebody's going to be like, oh, my God, I can't believe that Peter thought it was going to be less than that. I mean, we knew it was going to be expensive. We just didn't think $12,000. You know what I mean? And especially when he was like, and this is cheap for what you're going to, and I was like, is it though? Like, I don't know. Like, so we're going to we had already planned to get another estimate. We're going to do that. And we'll just, I mean, if both of them are $12,000, we'll do what we have to do, I guess, you know, but also, like, Caroline's on this Alaskan cruise, and I didn't want to bother her. Nikki is sending me a picture of something. Oh, she sent me a picture of her new rug, which I can't show you because it's cute. Her son, here, I'll show you. There's Nikki's new rug. Her son's in the background of the picture, so I had to, like, pull it down. But anyway, so then when that was done, he was here for, like, an hour. Maybe not that long, maybe, like, 45 minutes. And so when that was done, the boys were sleeping. Otis and Walter were sleeping. And so I said to Alex, I said, I think I'm going to run to the pool for a little bit. That was when, like, Laura and I were texting and whatever. He was like, okay. So I was like, do you want to come? Boy, he was like, no. He was like, I just want to sit here and watch the show. So I can't remember what he was watching yesterday. I think the Sandman, but he started something else, too. I just looked. He's on the second season, episode 5, I think is what he was on before I came out here. So anyway, so then I went to the pool. And then when I came back from the pool, by that point the vlog and stuff was already, like, up, and the vlog was already, like, rendered, and, like, so I, like, just scheduled it to go up. I think I posted at like 9:15 or something like that last night. Do you guys like them when I post them earlier, or do you like them when I post them later? I've asked this before, but, like, Eastern time, because I'm Eastern time, I usually try to post them at 9:30. But this week, I mean, I've had to post a couple of them later because they were uploading while I was gone. Like with the concert on Sunday night, and then, or did I have that scheduled to post? Maybe I had that scheduled to post, I can't remember. And then with Tanya on Tuesday, I think I posted it at like 10 or something. Whenever I got home, I posted it. There's been a couple nights like that. But let me know, like, I mean, I can post them at like 8, I can post them at like 9, I can post them at 10, 11, 12, whenever you guys, like, let me know what's better for you. I know a lot of people watch them the next morning, and I know a lot of people watch them before they go to bed. So if there's like a good time, when I ask that, I'm going to get 10 different times. So if you give me, like, I'll go with the majority or kind of an average of it. But if I'm getting the vlogs done earlier, there's no reason why I can't post them anywhere between, like, you know, I don't want to post them at like 7, but, because then people will be like, now I don't have anything to watch before I go to bed, you know, and I get that. But anyway, let me know what would be a good time to post them. So I don't even remember. I went to the pool, I came back. I think I ate then. Oh, that's why I was like, my stomach hurt last night. And I was like, was it from the pizza? So I ate my leftover pasta, and I had 2 pieces of pizza last night, and I had something else. Because then after that, like an hour later, my stomach started to hurt. And I was like, is it this pizza? Am I just not used to eating, like, because it's really cheesy? I'm like, am I just not used to eating a lot of cheese? Like I talked yesterday about, I don't think I'm lactose intolerant, but I don't eat as much cheese and milk products and stuff as I used to. And then I was like, is that maybe why, like, the ice cream hurt me the other night? Like, when I go periods of time where I don't, like, eat a lot of, like, creamy stuff, or especially if it's homemade, and Puccini's, like, their cheese, and it's not homemade cheese, but they're, like, sauces and stuff are, like, homemade. And so I was like, is that maybe why? Like, I don't know. Anyway, so, so then Alex was like, do you want to watch something on TV? And I was like, yeah, let's watch The Housewives and get caught up on The Housewives. So we got caught up last night we watched Miami first. Miami is so good this season. I'm really surprised that a lot of people, like, Miami gets, like, low views. I'm really surprised. Miami is one of the best franchises of the Housewives ever. And the cast is so constantly switching that you don't have to really, like, if you didn't watch Miami last season. But one of the things the Housewives do now, like with Orange County, it's been going on for so long, that, like, they just brought Joe back, who is Slade's ex, and Slade is now with Gretchen, who's back after all these years. With Orange County for years and years and years, if you didn't consistently watch it, then you would not know who some of the people were. You'd be, like, so confused about it. But it's not that way anymore with most, like, Orange County is probably the one that is that way, but with all the other shows, like with Atlanta this year, like, they explained who the people were in the history, like, as it went. So you didn't necessarily have to know, like, the history of everybody to you know what I mean? So anyway, so we watched Miami last night and Orange County, and then we watched Watch What Happens Live, and at that point, I can't remember what time it was. And then I taken fed the dogs their dinner, and taking them outside, and then we took them on, like, short walks last night, or I took them on short walks last night, each one separately, and then they were getting really, really tired, so I was like, okay, perfect opportunity to take a nap. So that's when they start getting tired, because they're pretty, like, playful, and, like, run and run and run, like, last night, oh my god, late last night, they I mean, for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then just crashed all of a sudden. And then Walter comes up, I'm sitting in the chair, and Walter comes up, and he's like, and I pick him up, and then Otis comes, and I pick Otis up, and then they sleep right next to me for like 3 hours straight. It's so sweet. So anyway, so when they start crashing and getting tired, like I said, they play for like 2 hours, and then like sleep, like play for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and they sleep for like 2 to 3 hours. I was like, okay, this is a perfect nap time. So that's when I took a nap. And then Alex was watching a show, and then at some point he like turned it off, and because I was like half asleep, and they were right next to me. So they both sleep in this, like the bed that Boo Radley had, the purple bed. I have a gray one in the bedroom, and they both sleep in the gray. Like, it's so sweet, you guys. And so I had it up near me. And so Alex turned the TV off, and I said, what are you doing? He's like, I'm going to lay down too while they're asleep, and while you're taking a nap, I'm going to sleep too. So we laid down, and then, like, I set my alarm, and I don't even know what time it was. But anyway, I got up, and when I got up, Alex got up, and he, like, made something. He was hungry, so he made something, and then that's when he started watching that Sandman show again. And then I took them out and whatever. And then, last night, I watched... Oh, I started watching earlier... Before we started watching The Housewives, I started watching Life After Lockup, the new season. So there's 2 episodes out already. And so I started watching the new season of that. What did I watch last night? Oh, I know. So when I brought them down, and they were like just playing in their beds and stuff like that, they were being very calm. So I was like, this is a perfect time for me to read. So I brought the books out, and I started reading a little bit. I'm really into the Zombie Fallout that I'm reading on my Kindle, so I read quite a bit of that. But I read that last night, and then I read some of my other books, just trying to get caught up. I kind of, like, to be honest with you, it's been so long since I've been reading them that I kind of forgot. Which is also why If it's hot tomorrow night, I won't walk. But Monday, I don't care how hot it is. I'm definitely starting walking again on Monday. I've got to get back into the walking. I miss it. I think it helps with my anxiety, and I really miss listening to the audiobooks. So starting on Monday, and I'm 3 books behind on the Alex Cross book. So I've got to get the July books done for Alex Cross, and then there's a bunch of books that I want to read. The Reese Witherspoon book for this month doesn't look like something I really want to read. I put it on my wish list just because I might, but it's not like I'm really into the mystery thriller things right now, and it's not that. So then last night I watched something. Well, Nikki was telling me that she was watching the Yogurt Shop Murders on Max. I really want to watch that, but there's like going to be 3 or 4 episodes, and only the first one is out. Why do I not remember what I watched last night? I'm looking at my weekly list. No, watched Revival the other night. Did I watch an episode of Broadchurch? I don't really remember. Well, I finished last night. I don't remember what I watched before this. I read for a while, and then I watched something, but I don't remember what it was. And it wasn't that cheerleading movie that I started yesterday, Bring It On. It wasn't that. So I was like, okay. I made a cup of decaf coffee, and I was like all relaxed and stuff. And so the camera stopped. That was when they started like winding down a little bit. And so like they came up and slept next to me, and I was like 30 minutes in or something. I had like an hour and 15 or hour and 20 minutes left of 28 Days Later, the original one in the series. It was so funny. I was telling Alex this today. I was like, yeah, I watched the first 2 movies. He goes, well, I heard there's a new one out. I go, yeah, I asked if you wanted. I know you don't like zombie things. He goes, yeah, I wouldn't have wanted to watch it. He goes, but there's a new one out. I heard it was pretty good. I said, yeah, it's called 28 Years Later. So anyway, so last night I watched, maybe it's just because the movies were so long I didn't watch something before that. I don't remember. But I watched 28 Days Later. I think it was because Nikki and I were texting so much about, what was she watching last night? Maybe we were watching the same thing. I know she was watching Broadchurch. What was I watching? Because she kept on calling it that church show. I said, girl, it's not that church show. By the way, Nikki and I, 2 years ago, were leaving for Arizona to visit Mel. I was talking about how I felt sick, blah, blah, blah. I didn't feel good. She's talking about people. I said, I love Olivia Colman. She plays a detective. Because she's like, oh, she finished season 1 of Broadchurch last night. And then I started this show called Ballard. Have y'all heard of this show? Okay, so it's based on the books by Michael. Is it Michael Connolly? I think that wrote the Bosch series is based on Harry Bosch. So I've read a couple Harry Bosch books. My Uncle Dave, Caroline's dad, loved those books. But I also read one of these books too, like the first one in the series. It's a crossover series. So I'm really thinking I'm going to start this tonight, is what I'm going to start, is Ballard. The whole season's out on Amazon Prime. So can you hear the music inside that show? It's like, ooh. Alex loves those, like, not like the science fiction or paranormal, but those shows are like otherworldly, all that kind of, them Game of Thrones kind of shows. He loves all that dragon. He loves all that. But anyway, so I finished 28 Days Later, which is the first one in the series. It's about the rage virus that happens in the UK. It's really good. I forgot the sound, so I had to buy it. Well, you can buy it or rent it. I think to rent it was $5.99, and to buy it $5.99 or $3.99, and to buy it was $9.99. I was like, I'm just gonna buy this in case I want to watch it. Anyway, so I bought it. The sound was not good on it. I think it came out in like 2005 or 2007. It was older than I thought it was. Hold on a second. I've looked this up. 28 Days Later. What year did it come out? 2002. It came out. It was really good. It was better than I remembered it being. So then right as soon as I finished that, I started watching 28 Weeks Later, which is the sequel. And it's this, so at the beginning of it, they explain it. So 28 Days Later is this guy, his name's Cillian Murphy. He's like real famous. He was like an Oppenheimer and won a bunch of stuff. He's like my age. I didn't realize. Well, he's like 2 or 3 years younger than I think he's 50 or 49. Anyway, which then starts making you feel old when these people that were in these movies that you watched years ago. But anyway, he's really good in it. So the second one, so 28 Days is about 28 Days Later is about this guy that like wakes up in this hospital, and he was like in this like he was like a bicycle courier, and he was in this accident, and he wakes up like 28 days later, and the whole world has like all of like the UK has like everybody's gone, and it's like because of this like rage virus thing, right? And that turns people kind of into zombies, but like zombies that attack and like real fast and kill. So it's him trying to like run from this. That's the first one. He's supposed to make an appearance in the new one that just came out, which is called 28 Years Later. The next year they're making another one, and the year out, or they're going to put out another one, and a year later they're going to put out another one. So the second one is basically what happens like after that, like the reconstruction of London, and then the rage virus coming back, and then these people running from it, and all this kind of stuff. I thought I had seen 28 Weeks Later. I don't know which one I'm getting it confused with. But I watched something where people were like on a ship, like at sea or somewhere, and like the virus, I don't remember what that was, but it wasn't that. Because I don't remember ever watching 28 Weeks Later. It was really good. I really, really liked it. What's the one guy that was in it? Jeremy Renner? Is that his name? I looked him up last night because I was like, how do I know this guy? 28. Now this guy is my age. Weeks Later cast. Yeah, Jeremy Renner. This guy. He's 54. He'll be 55 in January. But I like him. He's been in a lot of things that I've watched that I like. But anyway, so then I finished that, and I think, what did I have an episode of? I was like, oh, The Strain. You know what? I figured out last night why I stopped watching The Strain. So I went back in. I'm on episode 2 of season 2 of The Strain. Okay? If you've watched this show, tell me if you agree. And it's interesting because I read about this. Because, so, in this show, The Strain, which is on Hulu and Disney, it's about this another virus kind of show. The main scientist that works for the CDC, he and his like wife that he's going through a divorce with in season 1, they have a son. The actor that plays the son from season 1 to season 2 is different. And I thought it was. And so when I looked up the cast, I looked up, did they change the actor? Well, I don't really know how to explain this, but like, I'm trying to think of another show where they did it. It's like when they changed like the Beckys on Roseanne. Like, it's so unsettling. The kid that plays on season 2, the kid that plays, the kid that played him in season 1, they apparently like recast it because he wasn't like, they needed him to be like, I don't know, like more angry and upset. The kid didn't have this range or something. But the kid in season 1, like, you really feel for him emotionally. Like, he's like scared for his mom. He's like scared about everything. Like, he's a really endearing character. In season 2, the kid's an ass. Like, the kid is just like, to his dad, he's like, well, why are you, and he's like 11. He's like, why are you doing that? And the dad's like, well, right now I don't want to have any conversation with you. He's like, yeah, screw off. Like, he's just like such an unlikable character. And like, they changed like, not the actors, but just kind of like the personality of the character. They changed like 3 of them. And I am not into season 2 of The Strain. I am like so over it. Like, so I finished episode 2 last night. I was like, first of all, I don't know why they replaced this kid. His acting is bad. He's been in a bunch of stuff, this kid. I mean, the show came out like 10 years ago. But anyway, he's just not a great actor. And I mean, it's like so put on. I don't know. It's just real distracting. And then the CDC scientist is like an alcoholic and everybody's worried about his drinking, but he's constantly like got a bottle and he's like, it's weird to me. I don't know. It's like, season 1 was so good. My nose is driving me crazy. I was like, did I take my allergy medicine? I did. Season 1 was so good, and season 2 is so bad. So I don't know. I'm hoping it gets better, but I was actually thinking today I need to get back into Ozark and Outer Banks and finish those a little bit. So, and that Hightown that I started, I'm only a couple episodes into that. I like that. But I also want to start that Ballard show. I've got so many shows I'm watching. But and Life After Lockup, I have to get caught up on. I really will say this, though. I started it last night, and I really like the couples that they have on Life After Lockup. I'm not like hooked on it necessarily 100% yet, but I'm getting there. So I watched 28 Days Later, 28 Weeks Later, and then I was going to start 28 Years Later. I was going to rent it. It's like $19.99 to rent it, but I was like, I really want to see that Weapons movie, but we might go to the movie theater tonight or tomorrow, but I doubt it. Alex is not a big horror movie person anymore. He used to be back in the day, but he's just not anymore. And he watched the trailer and he didn't say anything about it, so that kind of means like he's not real about seeing it. Do you know what I mean? Like, If he was really into seeing it, he would have been like, oh yeah, that looks good, we should go see it. But he didn't say that. So, so yeah, I don't know. Like, whenever we, like, talk about, like, watching a movie anymore, I'm always like, well, he did watch all the Final Destination movies with me. But he had seen, like, the first 4. That was sweet of him, though. I mean, I don't know that I would rewatch 4 movies that I didn't love. But that was sweet that he rewatched the first 4 with me, and he had already seen them all. But whenever he recommends a movie, he's like, we should watch this movie. And I'm like, what is it? It's like always some rom-com. I'm not a rom-com person. And he used to love, like, the horror movies and stuff. He just doesn't like them anymore. I don't know why. He'll watch them every once in a while, but... What's the movie he watched? Something about, like, We Killed a Dragon or something? It's got Jenna Ortega in it. Oh, that was what he... Yesterday, he put on Wednesday, and he goes, have you not watched Wednesday yet? I go, oh no. And he goes, why are there only 4 episodes out? I go, because they put 4 episodes out this week, and they're putting the rest of the 4 episodes out, like, in September or something. He goes, I'm not doing that. I go, no, I'm not either. I hate when they do that. Listen, we pay enough for streaming services. I think this is bullshit, okay? Like, this is my really strong opinion. I think this is I'm gonna make a rant video. I haven't made a rant video. This will be a serious rant video. This is bullshit, okay? I pay for cable, I pay for every streaming service, we pay for all of it, okay? And yet, you're gonna put out, like with Manifest, half of a show, and then a year later, another half of the show, or Bridgerton, or that kind of BS, or 1 episode at a time in the yogurt shop murders. No, baby, I pay for your services, you need to put it out all at one time. If I wanna watch it, I don't wanna watch that show. This is not Channel 6 TV, okay? This is not local access Channel 4. I need to save this for a video. I'm gonna put that on here right now. Rant video, streaming services. I haven't done a rant video. What should I do a rant video about? Rant video, streaming services. I'll look at this on Monday and I'll be like, what was I talking about? 1 episode at a time. Wednesday. And look, I'll put Wednesday on here and I'll be like, film it on Wednesday? This will make no sense to me. Wednesday, Jenna Ortega. It still won't make any sense to me. I haven't done a rant video. It's been a really long time. I'm going to do a rant video this week. Rant video streaming services about... Do you ever write yourself notes and then you don't ever My mom used to do this all the time. She'd find these Post-it notes and scraps of paper and she'd be like, I don't know what this note means. She's like, I wrote it like 3 days ago. I don't know what it means. It saved my life. Let's get into some comments on the vlog. Okay. Cauliflower said, I was howling about the sexy vampire. OMG. Oh my god, Tanya and I were talking about the sexy vampire again last night. We want to go back to the gas station just so we can hope that we can see. The best part was when he was like walking down the road, like 4 miles away. I said, Tanya, how did he get so far? He was like this. The thing that's so funny about it, okay, is that like, he had like, these really, like, if I had pulled these shorts down, they wouldn't look so short, like, as I show them to you, but, like, you know, like, 70s runner shorts? Like, my dad used to run in those shorts. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like, the nylon ones that were, like, short. You know what I'm talking about? Those running shorts? He had, like, a black pair of those on with, like, a sleeveless black t-shirt. Okay, so just, and he was probably, I don't know, 6'3" or 6'4". He was tall and had these long, why is my nose, oh my god, it's driving me crazy. He, had these really long legs, and so when he's like pumping down the street with this like bag in his hand of this, what are you making over there? Dirty sodas? Oh, dirty soda. It was so weird. It was so funny. The sexy vampire will forever. I hope we see him again. I'm gonna interview him. I'll be like, can I interview you for a video? Minimalist said, enjoy the pool as much as you can because pool season is almost over. I know! Laura and I were talking about that today. She's like, I can't believe I haven't gotten to the pool that much this summer and it's almost over. She saw it was my neighbor saw there. And I said, Laura, I said, I have... She's like, I know, you tell me every time you're going. And she's like, but then something always comes up. And she's like, can you promise me that we're going to go? And I said, I'll promise you, I'll go. I'll go tonight. I'll go tomorrow night, whenever. She's like, I want to go every night this week. I said, we can go every night this week. I said, I'm starting my walks on Monday. So we can go after the walks on Monday. She goes, okay. Nat said, for the love of God, please get rid of that table, Peter. Put up the new one and throw that one. No. Listen, Nat. We are not throwing her away. Want not Waste not, want not. She's going over there in the corner. She's going over there in the corner. Okay, there's a white butterfly that's bringing peace over here. Peace in the valley. Everybody is so tired of this table. I am too. I haven't really used my Aunt Citronella candle much. Okay. Shorty, hey Shorty, said, I love those little sentences associated with you and your vlogs. I meant that comment as, oh girl, I took it as play. I don't take any comments that seriously. You can't, it's hard to hurt my feelings, but I appreciate that. I hope it didn't make you feel no, I love it. Self-conscious or anything. I find them endearing and it makes me chuckle every time I hear them because it's so you and that's why we're here for you. Love you, Peter. Have a oh no, I appreciate that. But no, first of all, it takes a lot to offend me. I don't know. I've softened up on the YouTubes through the years. It takes a lot to offend me. I swear to God, I thought there was a calico cat standing in the, why did I just see a calico cat standing in the middle? It wasn't. It wasn't at all. It was a leaf. Which, by the way, is Otis's like, oh my God, when fall comes, it is going to be a new day. Because Otis is obsessed. Why is it going out of focus? Otis is obsessed with leaves. And every time he finds one, like a full one that's kind of crunchy, he just looks at me like this. Like, Dad, look what I found, a leaf. I'm like, yeah, Otis, a leaf. He's like, it's so cute. It's so cute to see them discover new things, you know what I mean? But no, you didn't hurt my feelings at all. You didn't hurt my feelings at all. Unlike the person who wanted to link, who underneath here said exactly what they were. Hold on a second. I think it was Nettie. Where is it at? The things you say most often in the vlog are, it's who's texting me, is that my husband, and is a package for me. Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Neffy, for letting me know that. Thank you. No, I appreciate it. Wait, so this has 25 likes on it. Somebody said, don't forget the tripod fell and the battery stopped. Marissa said, what was I going to say? Neffy said, yes, with a laughing emoji. Patty said, so anyway. I do think, okay, my friends say I say so. Tanya always goes, so anything. So anyway, she always says that to me. And you know what I say back to her? And too. Because Tanya always says and too. But no, I think it's funny that you guys notice those things about me. Listen, why wouldn't let me go out of this? I am not going to get all upset, okay, about the fact. First of all, I love that you guys notice. I mean, like the tripod falling, I feel like that's probably the most common one. But I love that you guys notice those things about me. I think it cracks me up, kind of, honestly. Because I feel like you know me real well. You know, if you notice that those are the things that I say a lot, right? But don't ever worry, like, listen, you'd have to be straight up real rude to me to, like, hurt my feelings. I mean, it takes a lot to hurt my feelings. It really does. But Tanya always says, and too, okay? Like, she'll say to me, so anyway, and I'll go, and too. That's how our conversations go. Because she'll say, and too. And I'm like, but Tanya Jean, what is and one? And she'll be like, what do you mean? And I'll be like, you never said one. Like, we'll be having a conversation, and I'll say, oh my God, you know what sounds good? And she'll say, what? And I'll say, like, oh, like an Impossible Burger. And she'll go, and two. But there's never and one. Like, and she'll say, and like, you know what else I like? What? And I'll go, she'll go, and two. And like, and two, and like, and also, but like, and two. What did Nikki say to me yesterday? And I said, oh my God, me and Tanya say the same thing. It's such a Midwestern thing. Oh, here. What'd she say? Like, here I saw it, or here, it's something with the word here. But like all my friends say that it's such a Midwestern thing. Anyway. Nah, I'm gonna get rid of the table. And then just drop my crap on the floor, on the ground. Okay. Minimalist. Girl, she's really wanting me to go to the pool. I make the most of the days you have left at the pool, even if you don't consider partly sunny pool days. If your weather is in the upper 80s, I know I need to go to the pool more often. Because if I recall correctly, your pool closes the day after Labor Day, which is only 3 weeks away. I'd be out there as much as possible. I know. I actually feel like I've kind of gone to the pool quite a bit, but I do need to get to the pool more. They don't always, well, in Indiana, they close the pools the day after Labor Day. Sometimes here, I don't think anybody's fighting for this pool to stay open this year. But anyway, nobody's been going that much. It just kind of felt like a different summer. I wouldn't say a sad summer. It just kind of felt like a different summer all over. You know, it's like a lot of my neighbors have been like And my neighbors on the corner have been taking care of their grandbaby a lot this summer. So, like, they've been with her a lot. My neighbors inside, they've been, like, all their volunteer work across the street, and they've been inside because of the heat and stuff. It's been real humid. And I think that's part of the reason why a lot of people haven't been out. And a lot of the people that I usually see, some of the people have moved. Some people have gone to assisted living programs that I used to go up to the pool with. So, it's been kind of a different summer. Maybe next summer. But it's been a fun summer. But you're right, I do need to go to the pool more. Sally said, oh my gosh, Peter, Costco sheet cakes are perfection. The battery just went to the halfway mark. They are so good. Yamo said, Peter, I think the fit of your rings will be perfect for the winter. I know my fingers swell in the summer because of the heat. Love you. I'm hoping so. Christy said, thanks so much for the vlog. Have a great Saturday. You too, Christy. Linda said, oh, that ring is so pretty. Thank you. Cass said, thanks for your vlogs. They've been a constant for me for years, and sometimes the only thing I can listen to when my anxiety feels crushing. Aw. Today has been one of those days. Thank you, Peter. Well, thank you so much for saying that. It makes me feel good to know that, like, I'm not just some video in the background, but, like, I don't know. I mean, it's not like this is brain science. I'm just talking about TV shows and going to the pool. You know what I mean? And that, it means a lot. Shorty said his vlogs truly are comforting. I hope today gets better for you. And you guys are so kind to each other and to me. And I just want to say it means so much. And I think with that, I'm going to end this before. I actually, if you want to know the truth, I actually did bring, if you want to know the truth, I did bring another battery out here tonight. But I think I'm going to end this a little bit early and go hang out with Alex and the dogs and figure out what I want to eat for dinner tonight and just relax. So also go check out my videos on my Peter Does Stuff. I'm trying to get back. So by this fall, my plan is to, yes, start writing a book, The Cozy Mystery. But also, I want to start filming more bacon. Do you know that story? Start filming more, but also filming on the weekends. Not every weekend, but a few here and a few there and stuff like that. Because I used to film like every day on every channel, 7 days a week. Well, I didn't do every channel 7 days a week, but on the weekends I would film a drama video, a review video, and then a vlog or something like that. So I'm trying to get back to like Saturdays and Sundays doing a little bit of that as well. Just kind of however it happens naturally. Or pre-filming some videos. It's hard. Like people always suggest like, why don't you pre-film videos for the weekend? Well, when you're filming 7 videos in a day, and you're filming like literally not just rendering and uploading and making thumbnails, but you're filming videos for like 4 hours straight talking to a camera, it's hard to then pre-film 4 more videos. That's 11 videos on top of that. That's a lot of talking. And I could talk all day long, but that's still a lot of talking. But anyway, thank y'all for all the love and support. Oh, there was a couple things I did want to ask you guys actually. Oh, I hope the battery doesn't die. There was a couple things I wanted to ask you guys about that I took screenshots of. Hold on a second. Okay, so this new true crime came out that everybody is telling me is fantastic. Naming the Dead. I'm thinking about starting this tonight. Has anybody watched this? Let me know in the comment section below. Has anybody watched Ballard? That other show that I showed you. Has anybody watched Ballard? Okay, because that's the other show I'm thinking about watching. Also, The Dead Husband Cookbook came out August 5th by Danielle Valentine. Has anybody read this? Is it any good? And Karen Slaughter's book comes out August 12th. We Are All Guilty Here. What's a Karen Slaughter book I need to start on? I asked that a while ago. Ballard. Life After Lockup. Has anybody read The Vacation by John Mars? I think he's the one that I read, You Killed Me First. Margaret Wrinkle put these 2 books out. Run for the Hills by Kevin Wilson. The Road to Tender Hearts, they're road trip books. I thought those would be fun for late summer. Has anybody read Midnight at the Blackbird Cafe? Just finished Midnight, it says on here, this is on a Facebook post, at the Blackbird Cafe by Heather Weber. I adored it, felt very practical magic, meets Hallmark for me, which sounds perfect for me. Highly recommend if you like a book that makes you fall in love, and I didn't get the rest of it. Has anybody read The Holiday by T.M. Logan? And there's the sweetest puppies in the entire world. Oh, look at them. Look at little Walter's eyes looking over at his little brother. Aren't they so sweet? Well, I'm going to go in and hang out with them. So I hope you guys are having a magically amazing Saturday. If nobody else has told you this today, I love you guys. And let me know what you're doing in the comment section this weekend. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya. Happy birthday, Lena.